Hey guys, Daskro here. I'm joined with Sir Slicey from Global Conflict. That's because we're doing a 32 versus 32 Global Conflict multi-POV commentary. A lot of different perspectives here. We have quite a few. We have Jokery. We have a bunch of other ones. We're seeing Jokery right now, or Joker. That's much easier to say. And but while we're waiting for all these to get going, I want to introduce Sir Slicey. Sir Slicey, thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing real well. And we have some really cool POVs here. We have not just the regular 4 that we have. We actually have six POVs. I want to talk about, we have Joker, we have Gwinzer, who is actually the commander for Team Legion of Doom. That's really cool. We have, who else we got? We got Mr. Blue, who already kills one, kills JD, but he goes down himself. Mr. Blue from Team Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. We have Expandus from Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. We have, who else we got? We got Necromancer from Kitchen Adventure Rainbow Time.
Is there any quality?
Yeah. And then we got Danimal. Danimal on Legion of Doom. Now, Sir Slicey, what team are you on?
I personally am on Cart.
On Cart, or Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. That's not the first time I've called it Kitchen. This is hard to say, I guess. And then we also got a few other POVs as well. We got the Danimal Expandus POV. Now, why do I have this? You see Danimal in the plane, Expandus fighting out, gets killed by Loa and the Havoc. This is because Expandus is also one of the jet guys, and he will be going against Danimal quite often. Then we also have the quad cam as well with Joker, Danimal, Mr. Blue 9, and Expandus. So a lot of things are going on right here. So what's the backstory here, Sir Slicey? Alborz Mountain. Is this a tough map or is this an easy map?
You know, personally, I think it's a tough map. It seems like on Cart we've always had bad luck with the map. Now, for this match, personally, I don't think I was here. So I can't tell you, how it went, but I guess we can watch.
Yeah, I was not here for this one either, but this seemed like a really intense match. We just saw Expandus try to take out Danimal. Danimal takes him out with the helicopter.
The whole squad bum rushed me and infantry.
We have a lot of people down right now. I'm going to go to the quad cam
up,
just
real
quickly just to see what's going on. Everyone's dead except for Danimal. Now, generally speaking, Sir Slicey, I mean, how much importance do you put on in taking the enemy helicopter out?
Well, when they're causing a lot of trouble, I try to get, personally I'm a squad leader, so I try to get, one of the squad members to pull out a stinger, or even I'll do it myself. Once the helicopters start to, bug out, and then, it's not really a big deal, but they can definitely wreak havoc.
Now, what makes Global Conflict different in terms of doing squad orders like putting a stinger out? Because some people will say, well, stinger kind of sucks against a helicopter. Why would you go for it? What makes Global Conflict different?
Well,
see that.
Like, what do you mean exactly?
Well, I mean, this is more of a leading question, but one thing that I've noticed about Global Conflict is that when you have a few guys that go stinger, you actually have no kidding, a few guys that actually do go stinger, and you have 3 or 4 guys that are running it, and you can actually have a decent chance of taking out the enemy helicopter because it's not just you as a lone dude getting a stinger.
Sure. Right. Well, not just that, but you can also with 4 stingers, it keeps the helicopter away because they know that that they're definitely being locked on. And on top of that, they also have to worry about enemy aircraft too. So.
Indeed. Going to, let's go to Expandus. Expandus in the jet, flying around. I really enjoy...
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
That's interesting. Expandus is actually our general now for Current.
He is.
Field step down.
And he is going for that AC or that AC-130 kill. Takes some damage, but that's alright. Going for those strafing runs. And I want to show something really cool, because you don't see this often. We have Gwinzer Cam. Gwinzer is actually the commander for Legion of Doom. He's in the MAV just spotting things out. That's all he's doing.
Charlie. 2 TDs, 3 squads.
It's actually sort of, it's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah,
have you ever done commander, this kind of commander thing?
I'm doing just a 2-man take push on Alpha.
Yes, I have. Beginning of C4 on Gladius, I ran the Nabos for a little bit, and it was, it's not something for everybody, but TV's firing on me. I guess it can be kind it can be hectic.
The
You know,
helicopter
because
should be
you
helping
gotta-
out at sea, so...
especially if you're losing. You don't necessarily know what's going wrong. You know, especially when your squad leaders aren't talking to you.
It really does rely a lot on the comms. Then it's not just having an eye in the sky, right?
Right. You need to have a lot of input from your squads.
And you're a squad leader now, or a captain for Team Cart.
Right. I'm a first lieutenant.
And in this is not your first campaign. Clearly, how many campaigns have you done thus far?
I have been with GC since campaign 3 with Dark Army, and I was in Gladius with C4.
And when you were on campaign 3, did you just join at random? What got you into Global Conflict in the first place?
What actually got me into Global Conflict was Gwinzer. I've known Gwinzer for a while, and we were in a clan together called Black Intel. I think he just messaged me up and he said, "Hey, this is Global Conflict. Check it out. You know, sign up. There's a new campaign starting soon. I think you'd like it." You know, I showed up the first battle day, and I thought it was awesome. So you know, I've been here since.
What did you expect the first battle day? I mean, did you have different expectations than what actually happened?
You know, I really didn't know what to expect. I thought it was really interesting. It was a completely new experience. I've never been in any kind of competitive gaming before, so you know, this was definitely a taste of that.
And by the second campaign that you worked on, did you get to the point where you were squad leading by then, or did you start squad leading midway through the first campaign that you started working on?
I actually started squad leading in C3. We needed squad leaders, and so Gwinzer actually himself taught me how to squad lead. I'm pretty much squad leading since. I was also an officer in Gladius too.
Now, squad leading it requires not just being able to be a good player, but it requires taking orders from really both ends. One, you're listening to orders that are coming from above, but you also have to give orders down way, as well as take information that your squad mates are telling you and bring it upward as well. How long did it take you to really kind of get the feel for that?
The artillery was blown up.
Well, you know, at first it was kind of difficult. I thought it was a lot of fun, but at the same time it was kind of intimidating because you got, you know, tons of people yelling on channel commander. You're not sure necessarily who's talking, especially since I was new. Didn't really know all the voices and everything. But eventually you do get used to it, and you just have to keep a level head. You just got to be calm, and your members' input is definitely important. But you know, I've had times where it's like, okay, we'll belay that order. We're just gonna do this instead. You know, because in the end, we're here on the ground, and you know, it's my decision to find out what's best.
Indeed. Unfortunately, Expandus goes into a tree. He goes down. Oh no. But one of the things that I really like about actually, Danimal went down too. Oh no. One of the things that I like about Global Conflict, though, is that the jets can't camp each other. We have a rule that jets can't camp each other, and so even if one of the jets sort of has a bad day and goes down, he still has a chance to get up there. How is that different in playing compared to like on a pub?
Well, on a pub, you know, you can. It's really easy to be, you know, spawn camped in your deployment. GC has these fair play rules to try to keep things just fun. You know, it's not about winning. You know, it's just about having fun. That's the goal of everybody here.
In that respect, I mean, what is the retention like? I mean, do you see a lot of people join these campaigns and leaving, or do they stick around for a while?
Well, depends. I mean, it seems like of the people who do stick around, they tend to stick around for a while. You know,
he just disappeared.
But then there's also a lot of people who sign up, but then they just never show up.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And when you actually play these campaigns, these big battle days,
we are going to go attack Charlie with the TDs.
A long time. How many hours, when you first started playing, did you actually put into this?
I actually put in 100%. I don't think I missed a single battle day in C3. I think I was there from pretty much the beginning. I think I maybe missed like an hour of one battle day. That was pretty much it.
That's some commitment. But that's not everyone has to do that.
That was
right?
mine. That was another
mine. You don't have to. It's, you know, optional. If you
Watch
can
the
only show
mines.
up like an hour every battle day, then
Careful, there's
no, it's
tons
no
of
big deal.
infantry
If
coming
you're
towards
absent
behind
half
you.
the campaign, nobody. It's not. You don't get kicked. You know, it's open to everybody.
Oh yes, and Expandus going for another stinger hit. Gets a stinger hit, takes out the enemy jet with the disable. Good stuff. I do like seeing those stingers hit, even though that it's a rarity.
Yeah, so you know they're.
Why is no
they're
one at
are the
Alpha?
stingers being useful? Like I was
Like I
saying
had a
earlier.
squad with me, and then
Oh,
they just-
Expandus looking into the sun and gets a shot out though. Hopefully he gets something. We'll see.
Chopper down. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know about
He's
that.
about to hit Gwinzer's Mav too.
Oh no! Let's go to the Gwinzer
Shut it
cam
down.
and see what happens. Oh no!
I mean, all
Let's
at the
keep
same
on
time.
going. Now, score right now. Let's go to the score. I'm going to Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue is what's the score right now? 220 to 229. I'm barely 280 something. I'm barely able to read that.
Looks like US is at 218 and Russians are at 290.
Yes, that's right. And so at this point, LOD is up by nearly 60 tickets. Nearly 60
Joker, what
tickets.
does it look like on Bravo? You see anything?
Going to Joker. Joker still defending
The A
that
on the
Bravo
left
point.
with Alpha.
What are the most
There's a
important
wedge.
points on Alborz Mountains to hold?
I would say definitely the most central points.
Like way
probably
the fuck
the
back from
points that are actually on top of the mountain. So we're looking at Joker's
I'm
cam. I would say definitely the flag he's at, and probably
From the
I don't
hill.
remember which flag it is, but the flag with the AC-130 that he was just looking at as well.
Yes. Danimal actually suicides, but he kills one guy in the process. That's kind of good. Going to Mr. Blue, he's sort of making this big trek up the hilltop, or at least around the hilltop, with his entire squad, no less. Now, in this, I mean,
think
how
at Bravo, that'd be
successful
real
are
nice.
these sort of up-the-hill pushes?
Well, in my experience, not very successful. I mean, if it is a successful push, then either nobody's there or you've been fighting at that flag for like a good 10 minutes.
And so it could be good if there's really no one there, but that really is more about your commander telling you where they are, that kind of thing, right?
Right, yeah, and what also really helps is spawn beacons, too. Those are invaluable when it comes to these kind of assaults.
Yes, because unlike regular pub play, Global Conflict is spawn on squad leader only. It's very much sort of a combination of regular game mode settings and hardcore settings in the sense that you do a spawn on squad leader only, and that's a bit different compared to what people are used to.
Two jets on it.
Okay, go look.
How is that different for you to like start playing with versus your previous experience in playing pubs, or did you play mostly hardcore in pubs?
You know, I think I mostly played just standard, but it didn't really seem like that big of a difference. In fact, I don't even know if I actually noticed the
Thanks, Blue.
difference in like say health. Like I think the health is at 80% in GC.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of a compromise between hardcore and normal. But it just I don't know, it felt comfortable.
And as you've played these campaigns, have you noticed your own personal skill go up, at least when you... I mean, are pubs just not as fun to play anymore, or it's too easy? What's your experience been in that respect?
Well, I did feel like that my own personal skill expanded quite a bit, especially knowledge with many things, you know. I've been playing with a lot of people from GC in pubs, and that's
Alright, they want us pulling back to
mostly
Delta.
where the
While our
fun's to be
friends
had,
get
I think.
Alpha. Pull back.
You know,
Lag on our own.
I show up during the battle days and I have lots of fun, but, you know, what's to say I can't keep playing with them, you know? I pub with them all the time.
And that's sort of the thing, is that you can play with these people. It's not just some super organized event where you can't play with anyone else.
Yep,
Anyone can come and go, right? Yeah.
absolutely. So it's like Windsor's map's down.
Oh no, it is down. Going to the Gwinzer camp. He's sort of just waiting for it to get reloaded. Here it comes. He's putting it back up. The score right now, 238 to 132.
Who's Expand's gonna take out that heli?
Is he? Let's check it out.
Let's see, down bugs out. Still getting locked on.
Is that going to be enough? Oh
Looks
no.
like he hit a tree.
Oh,
Yep,
he's down. Nice job, Expandus. Taking him out. Guys, Stinger can work if you got enough of them. It's all about timing. You get the ACM timed up, and you can actually do a lot of damage.
You know, it seems like I've had more luck when they're using infrared flares versus ECM. ECM seems to reload pretty quickly. Normally when they're using ECM, it seems like you gotta use multiple stingers.
No, I like this position that Mr. Blue's at. He's there with a few of his squad mates. He's holding the. I believe this is the point that gets the C-130. AC-1. No, actually, it's not the one that gets AC-130. But they're sort of all on this mountaintop, and just they're holding these really bunkered-in positions. I really like that.
Yeah, but he's just going for the revives right now.
Oh yeah. Is that mortar? Is he getting mortared? It looks like it. Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe going to Danimal. Danimal. Maybe perhaps going for some hits with Loa. He's shooting something. He's getting some hit indicators. I don't know. He's getting something, but he's leaving.
He's launching his TV. I'm not sure what he's shooting at.
No.
Looks like he was shot down by decoy.
He was going to expand us in the
Enemy jet.
in the jet.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it very interesting that a lot of these pilots, Expandus and Danimal both, instead of pushing the M button to make their map bigger, they simply push the escape button. Expandus going in for that kill on enemy jet. He gets a lot of hits on it. He's getting real close. Uh-oh. He got disabled. That may be enough.
Looks like he bailed.
Don't go too high.
Guy bailed. Doing good. Doing real good. He's able to stay up. Still saying the game right now it's 183 to 119. But Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time has gotten the bleed on Legion of Doom.
Okay, good.
And take in mind, guys, that Expandus and Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. Ooh, get another kill. Kills Snoop. Snoop Noop. I was gonna say something different. And now that he's got an air dominance, I'm guessing he's gonna go after that mobile.
Entire squad on Alpha, by the way.
Go after that AC-130. That's my guess.
Okay, this TD's moving to...
Yes, it looks like Danimal's in the AC-130 right now. I think his AC-130 just got hit with a TV.
He did.
Looks like
He
he's
jumps
bailing.
out.
No, the gunship.
He bails over Delta.
Oh yeah, but gets out his Grail or his man pad because taken out by decoy. Going to other POVs. Mr. Blue is on Delta as well. He knows that Danimal was up there. And it's getting closer to even, guys. It's getting...
Yeah, it looks like Cart could be pulling
Got
back.
entry in Delta now, right under the dish.
This is really good work, guys. Really good work.
See if you find Duke.
There's a difference of 40 tickets.
Yes. Looking at Joker. Joker 143 to 107. Legion of Doom is still winning, but they're losing the bleed here.
Guys, all on me.
Now, getting the bleed's important, but how important is attrition in all this?
All guys on Charlie.
Well, attrition comes into play. It depends on when, or it depends on which army's attacking. If an army's attacking, then that means that the defending army wants to basically defend for as long as possible to keep them from attacking other territories. So they don't want to outright win the match necessarily. They want to keep it, going as long as possible. So they may only take 2 to 4 flags to keep the bleed, as stable as possible, I suppose.
Yeah,
now, what you're talking about is the metagame of Global Conflict. Let's give a little bit of context to what we're talking about here. So, Global Conflict has is it 4 quarters, or is it just a time period of so many hours?
Okay, everybody
battle day?
spawn back on Delta now. Delta.
Well, I think the battle goes for about 6 hours or so.
Yes.
So it just
Let's
kind of
suicide and help Delta.
depends,
Because the idea is that, just like the board game Risk, you have your turn where you attack, and you have the opponent's turn where you basically get to defend. With a 6-hour allotment, you get to attack so many territories, as long as you won for that 6 hours. But once the 6 hours gets done, you can't attack anymore. And so if, in theory, you were to play a bunch of maps, and you were able to win really quickly, like 10-minute rounds, and win 10 rounds over the course of 6 hours, you've killed 10 armies and conceivably taken a bunch of territories. But if the defending team stalls it, tries to play through attrition instead, they can actually delay these rounds so that each round may be 30 or 40 minutes in length, and then you may only be able to attack 5 or 6 armies the entire 6 hours. That's what you're talking about, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
A lot of destruction going to Gwinzer. It's so silent up here. It's almost like being sort of a U2 spy plane, just looking and seeing where the action is, but not able to help. Just talking it out. Now at this point, Legion of Doom is taking a fourth point.
Can someone tell Spreeze to lay
It's
down
96 to
off the
51
down.
in their favor.
I'm needing you to move back.
Still trying to
So
find
this is interesting. Expandus is actually on the ground now instead of in a jet. Looks like they're really fighting to take that third flag.
Is it really just about putting as many bodies as you can on that third flag because he believes it's too
Just
much?
rush him. We outnumber him now. Just push
Yeah.
both TDs.
Dead.
We outnumber your guys.
So they've got Scott has 40 tickets left. So basically, they're gonna lose the match if they don't take a third flag.
Yes. Going to Danimal. Danimal is getting a lot of altitude. It seems as if the LOD has air superiority now, or at least has some, or trying to. They have one of their jets up in the air going to
There's one
Joker.
further
Joker
back,
sees
too.
guys,
I
defending
don't
it
know
out.
if that's the same
It's
one we
80
saw.
to 39.
Okay, I'll swing on the left side.
I don't know where this is going to
hand.
go.
Dude, definitely need
Holy
help on
shit.
Bravo. We need help on Bravo.
But we,
I don't know. I think Joker's been pretty
Fortunately,
much
there's
pushed
no
up
time
in
for
that
attack.
mountain for a
Blink
while
that flag
now.
down.
oh yeah,
They seem to be successfully defending the flag. I don't know if Cart's gonna be able to take it.
going to Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue sees a bunch of guys on Hilltop. His buddies are pushing up on the far right side. He's trying to help him out, provide some
that flag.
support. I really like this
On
position because his two buddies are pushing up right to the flag point, whereas he's providing covering fire for him, almost a flanking fire. I really like that. And Expandus is there as well, also pushing up onto Bravo.
Play defensively now.
It looks like they're taking it.
They are taking it. 15 to 76. Guys, it is not lost yet. Expandus takes out
They
another
could turn
one.
this around. It's 15 to 75. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're doing pretty well for themselves.
You can hear Gwinzer kind of panicking a little bit.
Oh, no. Gwinzer doesn't... Let's go to Gwinzer Cam. Check out what he's doing. He says, guys, we're losing it. Now, having done now 3 campaigns, are there different styles of sort of commanders in terms of how how they can handle the
Good work
pressure?
on B, good work.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that obviously FCing is not for everybody, but some people are more stable under pressure than others are.
Love it.
Hold
Nice work.
spawn. Everyone hold spawn.
I don't know. It's I've noticed a difference between each campaign as well. This campaign seems to be very relaxed and laid back.
All
You know,
players,
Yes.
so
armor,
we're just trying to keep it cool because the last campaign was pretty intense, and it kind of burnt a lot of us out.
That can happen. It's 47 to 7 right now, but Kid Adventure Airtime, who only has 7 tickets remaining, they have the bleed. And Danimal is in the C-130 trying to get some kills, but he goes down by Fields of Kittens, or Fields, who is the general, supreme commander of the Kid Adventure Rainbow Time. Mr. Blue trying to hold the point. Oh, but he gets grenaded at the last moment.
Pushing to that flag zone.
Joker
Flag
taking
zone back.
Alpha. Once they take the Alpha, this
Spawns.
may be the end of it, but
What's
uh-oh, it
SDA,
looks like there's
sorry.
a LAV maybe pushing his way.
Fight from the flag
It looks like
zone,
they
we'll
took it
dive
back.
it. If we
They're
get the zone, it's fine.
they're gonna lose.
This may be the end, guys.
Chopper.
It may,
6 tickets left.
it may
They're
be
also
the end.
losing
Kill that
Bravo as
chopper.
well. Pretty soon they're gonna be stuck with 1 flag.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the end of the round, guys. End of the round. Final score.
That's a tough round.
Final score is what was it? 30 to 0. So let's go into some analysis. All right, guys, that's the end of the round of Team Legion of Doom versus Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. Legion of Doom barely squeaks out the win with less than 40 tickets. That was sub-match, and it's kind of hard to really get an idea of what's all going on with all these different perspectives and things like that for these larger game types. But one of the few things that I noticed was that both teams spent a lot of resources holding Delta and holding Echo, and also holding to a lesser extent Bravo and Foxtrot. These were kind of the points that they fought on, and when Legion of Doom was able to hold Echo, they were using the EC-130 a whole lot, but it didn't seem like it was up that much because it seemed that the Kid Adventure Rainbow Times jets were always taking it out. Slicey, did you have any observations about what happened?
It was definitely an intense fight. Looks like Cart was constantly pushing on Bravo, but never really successful up until the end, in which they actually lost it again right before the match ended.
Yes, both Charlie and Bravo were being contested.
Yeah, and also looked like Danimal and Loa were doing great work in the helicopter, only taken down I think a few times.
Yes, but they get taken down by Expanda's Stinger. That was really cool to see. I liked that one. But anyway, so these were kind of these close matches that really can go either way. I mean, we saw that Legion of Doom held it for majority of the time, but Kid Adventure Rainbow Time really turned it around in the last few minutes. If they only had maybe another 15, 20 tickets, they may have been able to win that entire thing. I think it's very reasonable to hypothesize that, indeed.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough fight, and I think that Cart definitely had the potential to win that.
And when these kinds of matches happen, these kind of close games, you end up playing the same round on the same side again a few more times if you got more armies on that given piece of territory. Generally speaking, does each team sort of change up their strategies or just keep on trying the same thing? I mean, what have you seen historically teams do in this kind of situation?
From what I've seen, it's mostly just trial and error. You know, if it works, don't fix it. If it's not working, then obviously something needs to be changed.
Indeed. So guys, remember, anyone can join up and play Global Conflict. It's really easy. You go to the website in the links below. It's Global-Conflict.org. You sign up. You show up. It's PC only. You can be in North America. You can be in South America. You can be in Europe. You can be in Asia. As long as you show up at the time, which is around what? It's like 20 CET or Standard Battle Time, which is sort of what, like 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern, something like that. Just show.
It's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
There you go. That's another way to put it. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Show up. It's really easy, guys, and it's a lot of fun. And you get these really intense battles. We saw the AC-130 here. We saw people using Stingers and actually being effective with them. We saw really the combined arms of Battlefield being used here. And so why not? Why not sign up? I really encourage all of you to do so. And remember, I play too, and maybe you can play with Sir Slicey even. So any closing thoughts, Sir Slicey, before we wrap this one up?
I'd just like to say that Global Conflict is definitely in the way that Battlefield was meant to be played, with this higher level of teamwork. I have a lot of fun. Yes, it is a lot of fun. And I'll tell you from personal experience that I rarely pub anymore, in part because of Global Conflict. It's that much fun. It's that game-changing in terms of your perspective of how you play the game. Yeah, it changes your entire perspective. Indeed. So I want to thank all of you for watching. Check out Global Conflict, links below. So Slicey, do you have any social media things that you want to plug while we're here, or are you good to go? Yeah, sure. I have a YouTube account, and I also have a Twitch account. Yeah, and you'll be able to find those links below as well. And so subscribe, sign up, follow, do what you do, guys. So again, thanks everyone for watching, and thank you, Sir Slicey, for helping me with this. And whenever you want to come back and do another one, please let me know. No problem. I'd love to. All right. Well, all of you have a good one. I'll see you guys later. This match, personally, I don't think I was here, so I can't tell you, how it went. But I guess we can watch. Yeah, I was not here for this one either. But this seemed like a really intense match. We just saw Expandus try to take out Danimal. Danimal takes him out with the helicopter.
The whole squad bum rushed me in infantry.
We have a lot of people down right now. I'm going to go to the quad cam
but just the entire squad.
Real quickly just to see what's going on. Everyone's dead except for Danimal. Now, generally speaking, Sir Slicey, I mean, how much importance do you put on in taking the enemy helicopter out? Well, we got the Danimal Expandus POV. Now, why do I have this? You see Danimal in the plane, Expandus fighting it out, gets killed by Loa and the Havoc. This is because Expandus is also one of the jet guys, and he will be going against Danimal quite often. Then we also have the quad cam as well with Joker, Danimal, Mr. Blue 9, and Expandus. So a lot of things are going on right here. So what's the backstory here, Sir Slicey? Alborz Mountain. Is this a tough map or is this an easy map?
You know, personally, I think it's a tough map. It seems like on Cart we've always had bad luck with the map. Now for this, well, you know, when they're causing a lot of trouble, I try to get. Personally, I'm a squad leader, so I try to get one of the squad members to pull out a stinger, or even I'll do it myself. Once the helicopters start to bug out, and then it's not really a big deal, but they can definitely wreak havoc.
Now, what makes Global Conflict different in terms of doing squad orders like putting a stinger out? Because some people will say, well, stinger kind of sucks against a helicopter. Why would you go for it? What makes Global Conflict different?
Well,
See that?
like, what do you mean exactly?
Well, I mean, this is more of a leading question, but one thing that I've noticed about Global Conflict is that when you have a few guys who go stinger, you enter for Team Legion of Doom. That's really cool. We have who else we got? We got Mr. Blue, who already kills JD, but he goes down himself. Mr. Blue from Team Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. We have Expandos from Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. We have who else we got? We got Necromancer from Kitchen Adventure
I'm rushing down.
Rainbow
Sorry,
Is there an empty quad of B? Everyone spawns in.
and then we got Danimal. Danimal on Legion of Doom. Now, Sir Slicey, what team are you on?
I personally am on Cart.
On Cart or Kitten Adventure Rainbow Time. That's not the first time I've called it Kitchen. This is hard to say, I guess. And then we also got a few other POVs. Hey guys, Daskro here. I'm joined with Sir Slicey from Global Conflict. That's because we are doing a 32 versus 32 Global Conflict multi-POV commentary. A lot of different perspectives here. We have quite a few. We have Jokery. We have a bunch of other ones. We're seeing Jokery right now, or Joker. That's much easier to say. And but while we're waiting for all these to get going, I want to introduce Sir Slicey. Sir Slicey, thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing real well. And we have some really cool POVs here. We have not just the regular 4 that we have, but we actually have 6 POVs. I want to talk about, we have Joker, we have Gwinzer, who is actually the commander.